Once upon a time, in the big and bustling village of Idare, there lived a young man with a promising future who ended his life because he wouldn't listen to the people around him. Idare was a village where the villagers mainly worshipped pythons as deities, and it was considered a taboo for any indigene or visitor to kill a python even if they came into their houses. In Idare village, there was a boy named Ife. When Ife was 15 years old, he moved to Idare village with his parents to start a new life. As a part of the tradition of Idare village, the villagers made sure they told every visitor about their python worship, and they told them the consequences of killing a deity.
Mama, these people cannot be serious. How can they claim they are still worshipping snakes in this 21st century?
Ife said jokingly to his mother while they were discussing about the rules and regulations of the village.
Will you keep quiet? What do you know?
We are visitors in this village, and if the villagers tell us we shouldn't kill pythons, even if they come into our homes, then you obey them.
Mama, please leave that thing. They are lying. I don't believe in all those spiritual lies. If they want to rear snakes in their backyard, they should just tell us, instead of cooking up flimsy excuses.
Ife, you are still very young, and you do not understand a lot of things. As long as you live here, you must listen to their rules and regulations. Ife's mother said, and Ife reluctantly nodded. When Ife nodded, his mother believed that Ife would listen to him and stay out of trouble. But she was mistaken. Since Ife and his family had just moved to Idare village, it was customary for one of the deities to go to the home of every new visitor and greet them. This visit was very important because it was the deity's way of accepting the new residents into its territory. Whenever this happened, the village's native doctor would follow while the deity led the way. Also, whenever this deity visited a house, the household was expected to present certain items, like white eggs, a live chicken or any other thing the deity wanted. For Ife's family, the deity had demanded 3 white eggs and 2 black cocks, and the information was communicated to Ife's parents so they would get the items. On the day the deity was to visit Ife's family, Ife did something unexpected because he believed that the village native doctor was a scam, as he was trying to scam people of eggs and cocks. That morning, Ife's mother had instructed Ife to tie the black cock outside their house, but Ife secretly switched one of the black cocks for another one that was not completely black. Then he waited for the deity and the native doctor to arrive. Upon arriving at Ife's parents' house, the native doctor presented the eggs and cocks to the deity, and the deity swallowed them in everyone's presence. But upon swallowing the cock Ife had switched, the python spat it out.
Abomination!
The native doctor screamed. What is wrong? What happened?
The deity has rejected your second offering. This has never happened before. She usually eats everything. Are you sure you bought 2 black cocks like I had instructed?
Yes, I went to the market myself and I got them.
Was there blood on it? She doesn't like blood. Did any of the cocks have a cut?
No, Baba. There was no blood. The seller ensured that there was no blood on it. What do we do now? I do not want any trouble, oh. We came here in peace.
To take care of this situation, you will have to bring 7 live chickens. It is the only way we can pacify her. If not, you and your family will suffer the consequences.
Please, Baba, we do not want any trouble. I have asked most of the visitors that moved to this village and no one has mentioned such a thing. I will do whatever you want me to do.
You have 3 days to bring them. Gada?
The native doctor said, and then he left with the deity.
7 live chickens. For what? Mama, this is getting out of hand now. Do they take us as fools? So we should take the money we barely have and buy them 7 live chickens because that stupid snake refused to swallow the other one.
Ife, don't sound like that. This is their tradition, and we have to follow the traditions of their land, Ife's father said.
What stupid tradition, Papa? Can't you see they are fooling us? They want to use this as an opportunity to extort us. How do you know their so-called deity was not full before it came here?
Ife, it's enough! You've been against this from the very first day we came here.
Yes, I have. Are we not Christians? Even if their traditions were real, aren't we supposed to be against such?
Ife, even the Bible says that we should give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. Traditions like this have been here right from the beginning of time. So we cannot just discard it, and that doesn't mean we aren't Christians.
So are you saying we should let that old man rob us with our eyes wide open?
Ife, I will no longer have this conversation with you. We will present the 7 live chickens in 3 days, and we will move on with our lives. When Ife heard that, he got very furious and he devised a plan to sabotage his mother's plans. 2 days after Ife had that conversation with his mother, he decided that he would steal some of the live chickens so the native doctor would not take everything. Since Ife's mother had seen how stubborn Ife was, she refused to send him to deliver the chickens to the village native doctor's shrine. Instead, she took it there herself with Ife. After Ife's mother handed the 7 live chickens as requested, she turned around and left with Ife. The whole time, while Ife was in the native doctor's shrine, he was frowning and mumbling words, and it was obvious he was not pleased about something. Shortly after Ife left the shrine with his mother, he lied to his mother that he wanted to go and visit one of his friends. "Make sure you are home before dinner time. I will not make dinner alone," Ife's mother said casually, not knowing that Ife was lying to her. As soon as he left his parents' house, he followed a small bush path back to the native doctor's shrine. Upon getting to the native doctor's shrine, Ife realized that the native doctor was not in his shrine, but the python was lying just by the entrance of the shrine. When Ife saw the deity, he crossed over it and stole 3 of the chickens his mother had given to the native doctor. Then he took off. After stealing the chickens, Ife took them straight to the market and sold them at a very cheap price. 2 hours after Ife sold them, he returned home like nothing had happened, and while he was resting in the living room, the native doctor came to his parents' house with the deity. Baba, I hope all is well.
No, it isn't! Your son has committed an abomination! Ozoba!
An abomination? What did he do?
He went to the shrine and stole 3 chickens from what you had given.
My son? Baba, I think you are mistaken. Ife would not do something like that.
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Ife, is it true? Did you go back to the shrine and take those chickens?
Mama, I don't like that kind of question, please. So because this old, hungry man came to lie to you, you believe him? Let me ask you a question. Have I ever stolen from you or Papa?
Baba, I don't think my son did it. Ife would never do such a thing.
He stole those chickens. The deity saw him do it, and she told me herself. Mama, have you seen what I've been saying? These guys are thieves. How can you come here and say a snake talked to him? He just wants to extort you again, and I will not let that happen.
Ife yelled, and then he ran into the kitchen and grabbed a machete. Immediately, Ife's mother saw Ife charging out of their kitchen with a machete. She stopped him. Ife! What do you think you're doing?
Oh, Mama, leave me! Let me teach this greedy man and his pet a lesson. Imagine the rubbish he came to tell you, that I stole 3 chickens out of what we gave him not long ago. So you are saying you didn't take it? I actually came here with the intention to sort this out. But since your disrespectful son will not tell the truth, whatever he sees is what he will get. Oh, God!
Nonsense! Nonsense! The native doctor said, and then he left. Baba, please. It has not gotten to that. I'm sure there is a misunderstanding.
Mama, please stop begging him, Joe. Let him and his pets go. He came to tell you that I stole some of the chickens, so he would ask for 10 more, and maybe a full cow this time. If I see him or that snake in my father's compound again, I will slaughter them with my hands. Greedy old fool. Look at his crooked head.
The truth was, not only was Ife mad at his parents for wanting to follow the tradition of the Idare people, he did not believe that the deity was real. He actually saw the native doctor as an extorter who used the snake as an excuse to get money and other things from the villagers, and he didn't want his parents to be victims of his deceit. After Ife successfully chased the native doctor out of his house, he went to bed that night expecting it to be like every other night. But something strange happened. As soon as Ife fell asleep, he felt as if something was crawling on his bed. There was also a heavy weight on his body, but as soon as he woke up, everything would go back to normal. A few hours after Ife had slept deeply, he felt a movement around his lower abdomen. This particular movement felt like something was repeatedly wrapping itself around his lower abdomen, his stomach area to be precise, and suddenly he felt an intense squeeze.
Yay!
Because the pain was so much, Ife screamed so loud and his parents rushed to his room.
Ife, what is it? Mama, I don't know. I have felt some unusual movements this night, but there's nothing in the room. So why were you screaming? I don't know. I felt like something was squeezing my stomach, and that place feels so sore. It felt so real.
From the way Ife sounded, it was so obvious he was in pain.
Where? Show me!
Without saying another word, Ife opened his clothes and showed his stomach to his mother.
There is nothing here.
Are you sure you weren't dreaming?
No, Mama. I was not dreaming. It felt like someone was wrapping a rope around my stomach. And then the person pulled from both ends. It's so painful. I'm sure you were dreaming. Don't worry. You will be fine.
After his parents left his room, Ife was a bit scared to go back to sleep because of the painful experience he just had, and he couldn't tell if it was real or a dream. After a while, he finally went to bed, and this time around, he had a dream. In his dream, Ife saw himself standing in the native doctor's shrine, and he saw the deity wrapping itself around a voodoo doll. Immediately Ife saw that, he suspected that the native doctor and the python were behind the excruciating pain he felt earlier. As soon as Ife woke up from his dream, he swore that he would go to the shrine and behead the native doctor and the python. Unknown to him, making that terrible decision would alter his life and that of his parents in the most horrible way. Watch out for part 2. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your favorite part in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.